Alright everyone, welcome back to this Best of 5 series between duckloadRa, spawning as the red Protoss player, about the 9 o'clock position here on Lost Temple, and TLO, the random player, spawning as a Zerg up here at about the 12 o'clock position, again here on Lost Temple. And one thing I want to talk about a little bit is, first off, if you haven't seen the first game, this is the second game, go ahead and watch that. But we did see LiquidTLO pretty much out Protoss the goddess of Protoss down here, duckloadRa. Very good Protoss player here, and TLO just saw everything coming. He saw the DTs coming, he threw up the cannons. He had the Phoenix to Graviton beam the DTs before they got into the mineral line. It was just very solid play by LiquidTLO here, definitely showing that he is definitely good at Protoss. And he spawned a Zerg this time, so we'll just have to see how that goes. It did look like WhiteRa scouted this base very early. Not sure if TLO saw that. Maybe he did. It's still somewhat of a viable option to do some kind of a block here, but we'll just have to see how that goes. I do want to talk real quick about this series here. This is the let me get this right. The Team Liquid. Let me open it up here so I really don't botch it, because I want to give these guys credit. They do a really good job. So Team Speed, Team Liquid, StarCraft 2 Open number 10. And this is a qualifier for the PokerStrategies.com TSL3, which is, there's like $35,000 on the line. Winner gets $15,000. So, of course, the first place person of these games, or this is the finals, so whoever wins this is automatically qualified for that tournament. And yeah, I think it's going to be broadcasted live in like New York, and there's already going to be some good players there. I think the first three qualifiers, or first three people from the last TSL are already there. So like LiquidTLO, Fnatic Sin, and those players will already be there. And of course there'll be some invites from Korea, and I don't know if there's going to be anybody else there. I'm not exactly sure how that works, but we'll definitely have to see. It looks like TLO did go ahead and get that first 100 gas. He knows they're in close spawn positions, so no more gas going to be mined out for TLO. They're going to be getting us 3 pairs of Zerglings, 6 Zerglings total, and a Queen, while it does look like WhiteRa is going for the Cyber Core. Standard tech from WhiteRa here. No second gas quite yet. If he is going to get it, I'm assuming he'd get it in just a few seconds here. So yeah, be sure to stick around for the next games. After this is only the second game in a best of 5 series. I will be casting the rest of these. I'm not going to be casting the other games, I don't think, unless I find out they were pretty good or something like that. But very nicely done by WhiteRa there. Mineral pathing on that probe. Was able to go ahead and slip that probe right by. These drones are Lings rather, going to try to take a couple shots at that Cyber Core, but only just to be annoying. Never really gets anything done. Speed almost done for these Zerglings here. That probe will definitely go down. Back over here in the base of TLO, he had actually a lot of larvae just sitting there, so maybe focused on microing these Lings just a little bit too hard there. But more Zerglings on the way. It looks like we are just going to have a bunch of Zerglings and even second base down here. I was looking up here. I was like, it is not up here. It is indeed down here. So hidden second base, this one would be very hard to get and secure, but no, TLO is going to do a double expand here on Lost Temple. Very sneaky. If this does get spotted down here, it will probably, well, I mean, he'll still be on 2 bases here, but that is a large amount of money wasted there, so we'll definitely have to see how it goes. It does look like TLO is going to keep the pressure early on with a handful of Zerglings there, about 8 or 9 or something like that. But 2 Stalkers, 1 Zealot now out for WhiteRa. He is not getting that second gas there. He is going to go 4 gate, so just a bunch of Stalkers, and then with the remaining money, he will go Zealots. And it looks like he might just go ahead and secure an expansion of his own, as all these units are moving down to the low ground. There is a scouting Overlord back here. If duckloadRa did go back there, he could snipe that very easily, but it does not look like he is going to be able to do that. This second base over here for TLO is up and operational. Looks like Queen being trained, and then I suspect we'll see some drones come out of there too, or maybe even transfer a few down there. Very risky to do so. Third base almost done here. More Lings on the way. Pulling up the income tab, it does look like WhiteRa is just a little bit ahead by about 5 drones, but once this base comes up, he can obviously start training more drones here. And this queen should inject here any second now, and we should have some more drones come out there as well. Army tab does show, both players about even, supply-wise 42 over 44, so nothing real sneaky going on here. Pretty standard stuff. It wouldn't be very wise for TLO to engage that there. These stalkers on the high ground. Sentries here to force field this ramp if there's any kind of run by or anything like that. But TLO did see this expansion here. TLO should feel very safe. Even running that one Zergling all the way in here, wants to see exactly what's going on. This Overlord still spotting this high ground here. I don't think duckloadRa has any idea. Nope, definitely not. So very nicely done by TLO here. He is just, I don't know, he's just really good. He's expanding all over the place. He has these Overlords and these just really good spots. Bangling's running in here. So there was a Ling run by here. I don't think we missed a whole lot, but the Banglings did explode and kill a lot of the Stalkers. And army-wise, it does look like duckloadRa is still ahead by somewhat of a lot, but there were a lot of units that did go down by TLO there. Not sure if that was the smartest move, because this third base has not been scouted here. I'm very confident that TLO would have been able to macro up very heavily here. I mean, I'm not saying he lost here yet, because obviously I haven't seen these games here, but it does not look like he is in a very good position at all. There are just not enough Zerglings here to take on this huge force. Enough energy for Guardian Shields and even Force Fields. Kind of a flank coming in here for TLO, but it is going to be very close if he can mop this up. That would be just crazy. Trying to pick off any reinforcements. Needs to get rid of this proxy pylon. It's always hard to decide which one you're going after, but TLO just says, screw it, man. I'm going to run into your main, and there's nothing here to defend it. Actually, yes, there is. There is a pylon here, but lots of drones are going to go down. Not lots, but just a handful. 4 or 5 probes did go down there, and I'm assuming the rest will go down. This hatchery's days are numbered, as more larva does come out for TLO. He's trying to morph in more banglings, have more lings, but the units are just not coming fast enough. The second base is just helping out. Great deal here. All that larva being able to be spent on more and more drones, but income wise, both players dead even now, and all the drones do come off the line for TLO here as he waits for these banglings to morph in. But the banglings make quick work of all the zealots there, and that does look like it is going to be just too late for TLO here. Not sure there's much TLO can do in this since these Zerglings are trying to get in here. Even throwing up a proxy pylon on the high ground here to be able to warp in more units. All the drones going to be coming off the line here in a last-ditch effort, but again, unless he has some kind of hidden ultralist in somewhere, I don't think there's much he could do about this. We'll just be waiting for some type of GG here. Though there are a large number of Zerglings going to try to run up in here, but like I said, I think it's just too little, too late. Enough energy on those sentries to even force field once again, if need be. So we did see that force field. Units were split in half. TLO knows he was at the disadvantage there, so he went ahead and GG'd out. Again, guys, stay tuned for Game 3 of this Best of 5 series between duckloadRa and LiquidTLO.